Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Phyllis Smith. 2 men have died after being injured in an orphan oil well explosion in Washington County this August. Christopher Starkey of Zanesville and Christopher Pinkerton of Woodsfield passed away from their injuries on October 3rd and December 14th, respectively, according to a family member of Pinkerton's. Both men were being treated at the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center in Columbus, where they were taken after being hurt in the explosion. The 2 men were among 6 workers hurt in the explosion. 2 others, Chaz Bates and Remington Weckbacher, are still hospitalized for their injuries. The explosion happened while Monroe Drilling and Formation Cementing were working to plug the well on August 25th. According to an investigation by the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, Division of Oil and Gas Resources Management, the explosion was primarily caused by, quote, improper implementation of primary and secondary well control barriers that resulted in a loss of well control, end quote.